Hello everyone. Welcome once again to Learn Mathematics. This is your math teacher Rekha Chabra. Students, I hope you all are doing good and taking very good care of yourself. So keep watching my videos and keep learning mathematics. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel and post your comments after watching the complete video. So we were doing chapter number 7, integrals, in which we have already learned and discussed about what is integration process and how to find integral with the help of inspection method. Today we are going to discuss another method which is substitution, and then we will discuss few questions of exercise 7.2 as well. So in the previous section, we discussed integral of those functions which were readily obtainable from derivatives of some functions, as I just said, by the method of inspection. So it was based on inspection, that is on the search of a function f whose derivative is small f, which led us to the integral of f. But now, students, let's talk about another methods. So basically, or we can say broadly, there are three types of method. One is substitution, other is partial fraction, and the third one is integration by parts. So today let's understand what is the integration of substitution method. If we have to evaluate any integral of this type, then we put phi x equal to t and phi dash x dx is equal to dt. Right? With this substitution, the integrand becomes easily integrable. When the integrand is of the form f of ax plus b, we put ax plus b as t and dx will be equal to 1 upon a dt. When we will do the questions, these things will be more clear to you. Now, when the integrand is of this form, then we put x raised to the power n as t and this thing will become dt. And when we have the integrand of this form, that fx whole power n into f dash x, then we put fx equal to t so that this thing becomes equal to dt. And when the integrand is of this format, then we put this denominator equal to t so that its derivative will become dt. You will also understand these things but with the help of examples and practice only. So let's start with few questions. Integrate 2x upon 1 plus x square. Students, it's clearly visible that the derivative of this denominator is here in the numerator. Right? So substitution will work. We have to assume this denominator as t. When we'll take the derivative, it will be 2x is equal to dt upon dx. So that dx will go to left side and we write it like this, 2x dx equal to dt. Right? Now we are integrating. So integrating 2x upon 1 plus x square dx will be equal to, what is 2x dx? 2x dx is dt upon what is 1 plus x square. We assumed it equal to t. So it means dt upon t. So 1 by t, what is the integral? Log t. Now put the value of t back and this is the answer. Now again log x whole square upon x. Now let's assume log x as t, so that what is the derivative of log x? 1 upon x and t will be dt by dx. That dx will go to left side and we will directly write it like this. Now when we integrate the given thing, it is equal to, what is log x? We assumed it equal to t. So t square, right? 1 by x dx is what? Dt. Log x is t. So t log x whole square means t square, and dx upon x is dt. So that is dt. Now let's take the integration of t square, that will be t cube upon 3, power will be added by 1 and the same thing will come in the denominator as well, t cube upon 3 plus c. Now put the value of t back and this is the answer. Fourth question, sin x into sin cos x. Now if we assume cos x as t and take the derivative, so minus sin x will be equal to dt upon dx and again dx will go to this side. And now this thing we have to integrate this thing will become what? See, minus sin x dx. Sin x dx is what? Dt, right? And sin t means, what is cos x is t, so sin t. This thing will become, see here, this thing minus sin x dx is dt. So in place of sin x dx, we will write down dt here, and we assumed cos x equal to t. So sin t, sin t, and we have one minus also, so we will write that minus here. Then after that, what is the integral of sin t? That is minus cos t, and this minus one minus was already outside, so it will become cos t plus c. Now put the value of t back, it is cos of cos x plus c. So this is the answer. Question number 6, integrate under root ax plus b. Here we assume ax plus b equal to t. Now let's take the derivative a, and derivative of x is dx we can write down, or you can simply write down a is equal to dt by dx, and then that dx will come here, right? Now what is the value of dx? That is 1 upon a dt. Now let's put the values here. Integral of ax plus b whole raised to the power 1 by 2, when we remove the root, dx will be equal to, see what is the value of dx? Dx equal to 1 by a dt. So 1 by a here, dt is here. This is the value of dx. Now what is the value of ax plus b? That was t. So ax plus b whole power 1 by 2, here t power 1 by 2. After that, everybody knows how to do plus 1 in the power, right? It will be plus 1 in the power. So it will be 3 t raised to the power 3 by 2, and the same constant will come in the denominator as well. Then we will solve it, and this is the final answer. Now question number 10, 1 upon x minus under root x. So the given function can be rewritten as, what are we doing? We are taking root x common. Root x common, so it will become root x minus 1. Now we are assuming root x minus 1 as t. So now let's take the derivative root x. What is the derivative? 1 upon 2 root x, and dx equal to dt. So the given function will become, see now what is the value of dx here? The value of 1 by 2 root x dx is dt. So 1 by 2 root x means 1 by root x dx. This thing will become 2 dt. So we have written 2 dt here, right? Here 2 dt. And upon t, what is t? Root x minus 1. So same thing we have written here, root x minus 1. Now 2 is constant, 2 will come outside as it is, and 1 by t, what is the integral? Log t plus c. So this is the answer. Put the value of t back, and this is the final answer. Now question number 14, integrate this thing. Here we are assuming log x equal to t. So 1 by x dx equal to dt. Now the given integral, how would we write it? Students, see here, 1 by x dx is equal to dt. So here 1 by x dx we will write dt, and log x we assumed as t. Here log x, so t, and power m as it is power m, right? So now t power m, can we write it as t power minus m? Because it is in the denominator, we can write down, and then we can integrate plus 1 in the power and plus 1 in the denominator. So how can we write down this thing? What is the value of t? T was log x raised to the power 1 minus m upon 1 minus m. This is the answer. Now same way here also, question number 18, e power tan inverse x upon 1 plus x square. Again students, you have to observe it. Here it is clearly visible that tan inverse x, the derivative is 1 upon 1 plus x square, which is there in the denominator. So let's assume tan inverse x equal to t. You have to find out what we should substitute to make our calculation simple and easy. Let's take the derivative 1 upon 1 plus x square dx is dt. Now the given function will become, see, dx upon 1 plus x square is dt. So dx upon 1 plus x square is dt, and e power tan inverse x we assumed as t, so it is e power t dt. Now what is the integral? Same, this is the answer. Integrate e power 2x minus 1 upon e power 2x plus 1. Here what can we do? We are dividing the given functions numerator and denominator by e power x, right? So what it will be? It will become, and then we will split it, e power 2x upon e power x. It will become e power x minus e power minus x upon this thing. Why we did this? Because now the derivative of this denominator is in the numerator. Earlier it was not, but now yes. So we can easily assume this denominator equal to t. If we will take the derivative, what it will be? E power x as it is, and e power minus x means minus e power minus x dx equal to dt. Now the given function will become what it will be? It will be e power, see, e power 2x minus 1 upon e power 2x plus 1 dx. What can we write? E power x minus e power minus x dx, because here we have divided the numerator and denominator by e power x, and what we got? We got this thing. So this is equivalent to this thing, and now this denominator we assumed equal to t, so it will be t, and this into dx equal to dt. So in place of this entire thing we will write down dt. Now 1 upon t dt, 1 upon t, what is the integral? Log t. Put the value of t back, and this is the answer. Here integrate this thing again. What should we do? You have to give it a thought to the question. Okay, what should we do? So the given function can be written as 1 upon cos square x. We can write down sec square x upon 1 minus tan x whole square. Now again 1 minus tan x equal to t we can assume. So what is the derivative? Minus sec square x dx, because it was visible, it is given in the numerator. So whenever we will have the derivative of denominator in the numerator, it's better to assume the denominator as equal to some variable like t. So this thing we will get, now the given integral, given function will become sec square x dx. Sec square x dx will be what? So it will be sec square x dx is equal to dt. So we will write minus dt, and this thing we assumed as t. So t square. And now after that everybody knows how to take the integral minus, and we can write down 1 upon t square as t raised to the power minus 2, and then we will take, it will be 1 by t plus c, and put the value of t back, and this is answer. Question number 27 here. Students, integrate under root sine 2x cos 2x. Now again we have to think what should we assume. So sine 2x equal to t. What is the derivative of sine 2x to cos 2x? Dx equal to dt. So now cos 2x dx. Cos 2x dx, what is the value? 1 by 2 dt. So we are putting here 1 by 2 dt, and this thing under root sine 2x is root t. And now root t means t raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2, and in the denominator also 3 by 2, and answer. Here 1 upon 1 plus cot x. So cot x we can convert into sine and cos. So cos by sine, and then let's take the LCM and solve. What are we doing in this step? We are multiplying and dividing by 2, right? So 2 sine x, and here 1 by 2. Then in this step what we did, we are adding and subtracting cos. We are splitting this sign, we are writing sine x plus sine x. Then we are adding cos x, we are subtracting cos x. Why? Again, why are we doing? You will understand here in the next step. Then split it. Sine x plus cos x upon sine x plus cos x will become 1. And here plus half sine x minus cos x upon sine x plus cos x. Why? Because here now the derivative of this denominator is there in the numerator. We wanted to make this, that's why we did this manipulation. So what is the integral of 1? That is x. And here we can assume the denominator equal to t. Now what is the derivative? Sine cos, and cos minus sine dx equal to dt. And after that, students, we can solve the way we have done rest of the questions. Root tan x upon sine x into cos x. So here we are multiplying and dividing by cos x and cos x here. So root tan x upon, here what are we doing? We are writing tan x into cos square x, right? Because cos by sine will be cot, and 1 by cot will be tan. So straight away we have written tan here, right? And in the denominator, these two cos into cos will become cos square x. Now root tan x upon tan x means in the denominator we will get under root tan x, right? 1 tan will be cancelled out here. Root tan x upon tan x. So we can cancel out 1 root tan, and in the denominator we will get under root tan x, and 1 by cos square x will be sec square x. Now we know its derivative is in the numerator, so it's better to assume this tan x as t. Take the derivative, it is sec square x dx equal to dt. Now put the value, now the given integral will become, what is the value of sec square x dx? That is dt. So it is dt here, dt upon root t. Now root t, again we can simplify, we can write down as 2 root t plus c when we will take the integral of this and then put the value of t back, and this is the answer. Question number 37. Here also students we have to think. We are assuming x power 4 equal to t. Now take the derivative 4x cube dx equal to dt. So the given integral we can write down as 1 by 4. See here, what is the value of 4x cube, means x cube dx. Here we have x cube and dx will be equal to 1 by 4 dt. So we have written 1 by 4 and dt. And inside the integral is sine tan inverse. What is the value of x power 4? We assumed as t. So we have written t here. And upon 1 plus x power 8. So it means t square. Right? Then again we have to do one more assumption. We have to do one more substitution. Let's take tan inverse t as u. Right? So let's take the derivative 1 upon 1 plus t square dt equal to du. So from 1 we can put the value of this thing in terms of u. So we are getting 1 by 4 sine u du. Right? Because this entire thing is what? Tan inverse t. Tan inverse t is u. So this thing will become u. Right? Sine u. Right? And dt upon 1 plus t square is du. So we have written sine u du. Now it is, take the integration 1 by 4 sine u, what is the integral? Minus cos u plus c. Now put the value of u back. U was tan inverse t, so we have written tan inverse t. Now put the value of t back. What was t? T was x power 4, so we have written x power 4. So I hope you must have understood this substitution method. Please try rest of the questions yourself. Thank you very much.